Hey friends, Tux here. I wanted to talk a little bit about a really cool smartwatch. This is the WalkerFit smartwatch, okay? And the holidays are just coming up right now, so it's a perfect time to start thinking about cool gift ideas. And I've been using this watch for a while now, and I wanted to do a proper unboxing for you, so I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this. But before I go further, I do want to mention I will have a link for this right below, so be sure to click that link to get yours at the very best price, okay? This is how it comes from Amazon in a beautiful little box, very wrappable. I could totally see this under the Christmas tree or wrapped up as a holiday present, so very cool. On the front here, just talk about some of the features. We have step counter, we have heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen sensor, messages, sleep monitoring, which you know I love sleep monitoring, so that's really important to me. Long-lasting battery, that's super important, and multi-sport mode. So not only can this give you, accurate time and good stats, this actually can give you vital health information that theoretically could really just save your life. Like, it could really alert you to an early problem, which would cause you to go to a doctor and have it diagnosed more in like a laboratory setting, in a doctor's office setting, with professional doctor equipment. But it's really good to monitor your own health, and this is a great first little warning sign that maybe there's a problem you need to check out more in depth, okay? Here we go. Oh, look at that. This is a really cool watch, guys. Let me pull this out. We're going to talk more about this in just a second, but before I go further, I want to talk about some of the little accessories in here. First off, you guys know, I love new cords with new devices, okay? So that's just what you get here. You may already have a few of these, but this one is made just for this watch. This is a nice little USB, okay, USB to a magnetic charger, okay, which really is good. I'll show you more about this in a second, but this magnetically snaps on to making it very easy to attach. You're not having to fumble with weird little things going in things, it's just really convenient. Nice generous long cord too, so you can stick this into a power strip, into a cell phone charger, into a laptop, lots of ways of charging. I'm sure you'll have no problems finding a good venue to plug in that USB charger, okay? And then in the box, we also have a very thick book. Look at this. Lots of great information here for you. Now, this does have an app, and inside the book here, it gives you a barcode. Let me go ahead and find that for you right there, so you can actually download the app, which is really good for pairing and for using, all of the watch's features to their absolute maximum. And it does go through, I'm not going to show you right page here, but it goes through step by step some of the features. It goes through in a few different languages. It's got everything you need here in the book, okay, for connecting and using. Oh, look at this. This is really nice, guys. Very professional. It's got a good amount of weight to it. It's very strong, very good quality. And first off, let's go ahead and open the band here. I do want to point out it has a really nice, like, silky, rubbery band here with lots of different little pegs here. So this will fit the smallest wrist to a big old wrist. It's got you covered, which is really good. Also, another thing I love about this watch is that the band itself uses a standardized band. So this right here, you can click this off with this little teeny spoke right there. See that little spoke? You can push this in and take off the band if you want. Let me just show you. And then you can install whatever band you want. So there's a million different aftermarket bands you can plug in here. You probably even already have some from some previous watches. But you know what? Once you start using this watch, I'm sure you're going to fall in love with it. And this is going to be your new favorite watch. To snap it back in, all you do is align the spoke right here, and then you pull back the little tab, and this just snaps right in place. So very easy. While we're on the back here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the little safety plastic. So make sure when you get a new one of these, you go ahead and remove the little safety plastic. There you go. So it can get all that health information from your wrist even easier. And then looking at the front, look how great this thing looks. This is just a really good look. Let me go ahead and peel off the front plastic here. I believe there's a little plastic seal. Now, looking at the watch, I'm really loving the aesthetics of this whole thing. Looks very cool with its black, silky black band to the metal clasp here. Very cool. And really good. It has like north-south, kind of like a little compass. It has a real cool high-tech feature look to it. We're going to go ahead and push the button here. We got two buttons on the side. We have this big button here, and we have a little button here. We may have to charge this before the first use. Let me go ahead and plug this in real quick. And let me just show you this since we're on the subject of charging. I'm going to plug this into a USB plug off camera. And this part here just goes very easily onto the back here. Check this out. You want to make sure you go in the right direction. There we go. And you can see it wants to stay in place. So once this is close, it just snaps right in place like that. There we go. Very easy. Just get within about half an inch or so, and it literally will snap right in place. So very cool stuff. Okay, so once the watch is charged, all you have to do is hit the button here, and it'll go right to an English language selection. You got Dutch, you got Chinese, all sorts of good stuff. And there's our SR code there, too, for more help, too, which is great. We're going to go ahead and go back to the actual screen. Let me hit the button again, and we'll go back to English. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to select English. Now, installing the app couldn't be simpler. You can either get it from the code here on a watch, which will take you to help, or in the book here, the very first page here has a code you can scan, and that will take you with your smartphone. You just scan the code, and that will take you to the website. So very easy here, and then from here there's options for doing Google or Android or whatever you need. So I'm going to go ahead and do, mine is Android, so we're going to go ahead and download from the Google Play Store, and mine's already installed, so we're going to open that up here, and now it is connecting. All right, so here we are from the default boot up screen, and you can see we have information about the time. We can set the time. We can set it to 24-hour format or to 12-hour format. I think I'm going to do 12-hour format, though, personally, for me. And you can set the date. Very simple. And from there, once everything is all set, you get this. Just beautiful. Look at that screen. Oh, my gosh. That looks absolutely beautiful. Very cool looking. Love that, like, kind of incandescent blue, blacklight teal color. Looking very cool, very high tech. And there's a lot of very useful information on here for you as well. Now, going through here, there's messages. We'll flip up here, and here's kind of like your main menu. In fact, my battery's a little bit low, so I'm going to give it a little more charging here in a second. But I want to go ahead and change the display. I want to change the screen time to being maximum right now. We'll say 30, okay? Of course, when you're low on batteries, it's going to default to being less time than that. And you can change brightness, as you can see here. You can crank that bad boy up. Lots of great customization. And look how beautiful that is. Whoa, that is looking so, so sharp, guys. Look at that. Very cool looking screen. Here's another look at the screen, just close up. Very, very cool looking. So sharp and crisp. This is one of the best screens I've seen for a smartwatch, especially at this price point. It's a very good value, guys. It is just absolutely a beautiful screen. Now that we have the watch paired to the smartphone, now it's trying to connect to go ahead and get initial readings back and forth. This is a brand new watch, though, so in this particular case, it's not going to find a lot of data to transfer back and forth, but it's good to get everything all paired up, you know? And look at the screen again, just absolutely beautiful. Here we have footfalls, we have calories, all sorts of useful information. We'll go ahead and flip this here. Here we go. So we have heart rate, very cool. Sleep timer, one of my favorites. Look at that beautiful screen. That's amazing. And then here's weather, which is unable to connect just yet. We need to make sure everything is set up with the phone to display the weather, but this can display the weather for you, which is very cool. And look at media controls. That is super useful, guys. When I scoot around the island, I'd love to be able to control my music from the watch. It just is so much easier than trying to pull out a phone while you're trying to scooter around, bike ride around. It just makes everything so much easier. It's great it has that function. And a lot of premium watches I will add, like the Fitbit Sense 2, does not have music player options either. So for this watch, that not only has a beautiful display, great health benefits, it has features that, you know, $300 plus smartwatches do not have. You know, so it's really cool to actually include that. So I'm definitely loving that. Flipping by here, from this side here, you can see we have telephone, contact people, call, records, voice assistant, data, workout, workout records, health rate, sleep, blood pressure, blood oxygen. Lots of great stuff. Everything you all need here. Very simple to scroll through. Very good looking display. And you see how smooth that is? Like a lot of smartwatches get laggy and weird, but this particular one here is silky smooth, guys. Like it definitely feels very responsive to my touch, and it's ready for action. It's not laggy or locking up or anything strange, so I'm definitely loving that. Now, if we want to test a few of these, we'll do blood. Let's do blood pressure first. Let's go ahead and check this. This on my wrist right now, it's starting to read. You can see the little thing wiggling back and forth, starting to get a pressure check for me, so very cool. And I have to say, like, especially as you get a little bit older, like, checking your blood pressure is really important, guys. Like, it's one thing people ignore, and then what do they call blood pressure? Like the silent killer, because you might not even know you're having an issue. But it's really important to monitor this for you. And if you start monitoring at a younger age, that's fantastic. That way you can actually start, you know, getting a foothold on any kind of potential problems, and you can stop it in the bud. And especially in these busy times we live in, drinking Starbucks and Monsters and everything else, energy drinks, and it's really important to check your blood pressure, because some of those drinks, although they can help keep you awake, sometimes they can actually increase your blood pressure as a whole, especially if you're drinking them nonstop, which a lot of people do. Let's go back here to blood pressure. Oh, I didn't mean to turn that off. So there you can see I'm 116/72, which is pretty good. A little high, but not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and check something else here. Let's go ahead and do blood oxygen. Now, my blood oxygen usually is a little bit lower, so we're going to check this. And here it goes. You can see it kind of working. It's checking it out. It's thinking about it. Checking the blood oxygen, see how much oxygen is in my blood. And it's really important, especially since COVID. A lot of people actually have lower blood oxygens than what they should have. And of course, if your blood oxygen is too low, that actually affects you in a very substantial way, where, if your blood is not getting enough oxygen, that's oxygen to your brain, guys. Okay, so very important. It looks like my blood oxygen is 99%, which is normal and excellent. As you can see there up at the top, very cool. And this does keep track of it too, so you can actually watch your stats over time. Like if you start having a chest cold and you're coughing a lot and your lungs are filled with fluid with pneumonia or something, that can actually decrease your blood oxygen, and that can affect a lot of other health things besides just having a cold, So it's important to watch. Now, sleep tracking is hugely important. You really want to make sure you get enough sleep, and this is a great way of doing it, guys. Just wear this to bed every night. It has a good long-lasting battery, and although you think you might get a full 8 hours, oftentimes you wake up, you watch a little TV, you go online or something. It's a situation where you might not be getting the full 8 that you think you're getting between all the times you wake up. So it's important to check your sleep time. Try and get a good solid 7 or 8 hours, and it's important to actually do that. Back in the day during college, I'd get like 4 or 5 hours, and after college, like gaming and stuff, maybe I might get 6. I think I find like the sweet spot for me, if I'm under 4, I'm having a rough day the next day. I can feel it, and that's when you drink more caffeine. It causes other things like high blood pressure and that kind of thing. So it's important to try and get your sleep. I think it all kind of starts with good sleep and really getting good, like 7 or 8 hours or more, depending upon what your body needs. Everyone's a little bit different, It's really important. This will help you track that sleep, and not just sleep, but actually deep sleep versus non-deep sleep, or REM sleep. That's when you're dreaming, and it's good that your body's gonna, kind of fluctuate between those normal sleep, like light sleep and deep sleep throughout the night, and this will actually break it down for you. Are you getting the deep sleep you need to have a good solid night's sleep? The app here has some pretty amazing features. I just want to show real quick. It has exercise goals. You can set goals for yourself, which is really cool. It has Google Fit. It can be worked into your Google Fit on your actual smartphone. Health Connect, which is excellent. It has women's health. Lots of great stuff here for you. And of course, it does steps and everything you'd think about that. And sleep tracking, sports records, everything you need to actually kind of keep track of your health and kind of see where you're at, and see if you need to make some little tweaks to yourself to be the best you can be. Okay, to recap, this is the M6 Ultra smartwatch. This is a very cool smartwatch, lots of amazing features, and it's a huge value. And again, it has one of the best displays out of any smartwatches I've seen at any price point, and it has features that my $300, Sense 2 Fitbit does not even have, so it's really a great value, guys. It is going to help you monitor your health. It's going to give you lots of options. It's going to help you track your sleep. It's going to give you weather, music controls, so much more, guys. And again, just an amazing overall look to it. I'm loving that high-tech look. And if you get bored of this after a while, you can easily change the faceplate. That's one of the great things about digital watches, that you can change that faceplate over time if you want to, But for me, I'm absolutely loving this particular look to it. So I'm going to keep this on for a while. If you guys have any questions about this M6 Ultra smartwatch, please reach out to me. TUXXtoys@gmail.com. I'm here to help, okay? All right, guys, I may do a follow-up video down the road on this. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. But I want to thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And again, guys, the holidays are coming up really soon. It's only about 2 months to New Year's. So the time is now. The time is now to start thinking about Christmas shopping, getting all set up for the holidays. And you want to go ahead and get your Christmas gifts started early, okay? All right, friends. Again, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.